Hello, and thank you for joining us today for this Understanding the Transfer Credit Process video. My name is Sonia Ramsey, and I'm a transfer credit specialist. Joining me today is my colleague, Randy Schmidt, also a transfer credit specialist. Congratulations on joining the Penn State family and continuing your education with World Campus. This session will be about 25 minutes long, and in this presentation, we will focus on important information to help you become familiar with the process of transferring credits to World Campus. The agenda for today includes some information about, what is a transfer credit specialist, course evaluations and transfer course equivalencies, course syllabi, which may be requested from you, and you'll learn a little more about how to understand your check sheet. Finally, we'll wrap up by covering some important topics that by reviewing important topics that we covered during this presentation. By the end of the presentation, you will understand how transfer credit evaluations and reviews are conducted. You'll know how to obtain syllabi for previous courses. You'll understand pending transfer courses, and you'll learn how to interpret your check sheet. Let's start by learning about the role of a transfer credit specialist. Transfer credit specialists are sometimes referred to as TCSs. TCSs work closely with your assigned academic advisor and the academic department in which you're enrolled to determine how courses you've previously completed might apply to your Penn State degree. Each TCS specializes in different degree programs, and this allows us to become experts in the curriculum and ensures that your transfer credits are applied to your degree requirements in the best possible way. For example, Randy specializes in digital journalism and digital multimedia design and software engineering, to name a few. And I specialize in information sciences and technology and cybersecurity analytics and operations. After today's video, we encourage you to reach out to the TCS who sent you your check sheet to see if you have any specific questions.
Thanks, Sonia. We're off to a great start. And now we will address course evaluations. There are two review parts of the transfer credit evaluation process. The first part of the review is done by the undergraduate admissions office and the Penn State faculty. The second part is done by the transfer credit specialist to see where transfer courses might apply to your intended degree. First, when you were admitted to Penn State, you received a letter from the undergraduate admissions office. It provided transfer credit evaluation information. This letter indicates the transfer courses that have been evaluated by Penn State faculty and their equivalents at Penn State. It's important to note that at this point, a transfer credit specialist has not reviewed these credits to see what applies to your program. This is just the first step to indicate what has or has not transferred to Penn State. An electronic copy of the letter can be found on the Communications tab in LionPath. Please take time to review it carefully to be sure that all of your transcripts from previous schools are reflected on it. If any information is missing, reach out to your TCS or contact the undergraduate admissions office directly. You can also see your transfer credits in the Transfer Credit Report tab in LionPath. Okay, in this next section, we will talk about the variety of ways your transfer credits might look on your own transfer letter or report. The red rectangle in our example chart shows the several different course equivalencies that may be on your letter or on your report. Remember, these evaluations are done by faculty, not the TCSs. Let's take a deeper look at them. At the top row within the red border, the incoming course of English 1, ENGL 1, titled English Composition 1, is what this sample student has transferred into Penn State. In the column titled Equivalent Course, you can see that English 15 is listed there. This means the course syllabus was reviewed by faculty and it matched the Penn State course English 15. Therefore, English 1 is a direct equivalent to Penn State's English 15. Now look at this example. With this course, you would see a subject followed by a level. In our example, it is MGT 301, titled Intro to Management. These types of courses are determined when there isn't an exact match to a course taught at Penn State, but faculty thought the content resembles a general management course at the 200 level. When this happens, your TCS will work with your academic program to see if they might be used towards major requirements. The general education courses are courses that are not a direct match, but can be considered for Penn State's general education requirements. As shown on this slide, the letters after XFR dictate the course determination. In our example, we have HIST 12, History 12, titled Native American History. We see that this course transfers in as HIST, History, XFR, GH. This means that History 12 is a humanities course. Okay, please take a moment to read and familiarize yourself with the other course attributes listed on this slide. Okay, general education courses with a level are incoming courses that fulfill a general education requirement and meet an academic level. Again, the letters after XFR, that means transfer, dictate the course determination, but now we have a number to tell us what level the course is considered to be. For example, Math 213, titled Beginning Calculus, transfers in as Math XFR GQ 1. This means Math 213 is a general quantification math course, and it's at the 100 level. XFR Gen courses are courses that are transferable to Penn State, but do not have a match. These courses can still be considered by academic departments for use in the degree program. You will see these on the report as a subject followed by XFR Gen. For example, SOCI 12, titled Sociology, transfers as Soc XFR Gen. This is one example of an XFR Gen course, but you're likely to see many courses transfer in this way with different subject abbreviations. When you see these types of courses, you will need to consult with your TCS to see how they might be used towards your intended degree program. The last category we're going to talk about of transfer courses you may see on your letter are TRN XFR Penn courses. This means that Penn State has never evaluated the course before and needs a syllabus in order to determine whether it can be transferred and where it might be able to be used in your program. If you do not have a course syllabus, you should contact the instructor or department at your former school to request one.
Thanks, Randy. Now we'll talk about course syllabi. A syllabus is a document that communicates information about a course and maps out student expectations and responsibilities. A syllabus should include the following information: the name of the institution, preferably on school letterhead, the number of course credits, an official course description, a list of any prerequisites the course required, a list of textbooks, and the title, author, and publication date for any readings used during the course. It should also include information about exams or quizzes that you take in the course, an outline of the grading criteria for the course, and a course outline with all topics covered in the course on a calendar or schedule. A syllabus that you submit without this information may not be sufficient for evaluation by the faculty. In some cases, you might not be able to obtain the syllabus from the exact semester in which you took the course. In these cases, a more recent syllabus might be sufficient for evaluation, but you need to confirm with your TCS if a more recent syllabus is acceptable. If the course number has changed, but the course content is essentially the same, you will also need to include an email explanation from the institution, along with the newer version of the syllabus. If a syllabus for TRN XFR Penn courses are not submitted, further review will not be done until after you start your classes, so it's in your best interest to track down syllabi before enrolling so that your academic advisor has the best information possible before you schedule your first semester. If no syllabi are received for TRN XFR Penn courses, the designation will eventually change to TRN XFR Gen, and they can still be considered for application to your program, but again, this can cause advising delays. You can submit any syllabi to the undergraduate admissions office by email to crediteval@psu.edu. You can also submit your syllabi by mailing them directly to the undergraduate admissions office at University Park. Please do not send syllabi to your TCS unless your TCS requests it from you via email. Each syllabus you send should be sent separately as a PDF or Word file. The undergraduate admissions office will not accept an electronic link to a syllabus. Please understand that a syllabus evaluation can take roughly 6 to 8 weeks to complete. The final decision will be posted to your transfer credit report in LionPath. Let's review what we've covered so far. What are the parts of a syllabus? Well, a syllabus generally includes the name of the institution, the number of credits for the course, a course description, a list of prerequisites for the course, information about textbooks or readings from the course, a list of exams and quizzes that you take as part of the course, and an outline which includes topics and a course schedule. How do you obtain a syllabus? Syllabi can be obtained by reaching out to the academic department or college at your previous institution. Does the course syllabus need to be from the same year or the same instructor that you took it? Well, yes, but only in cases where your program of study requires that a course be taken within a specified time frame. Be sure to check with your TCS if a more recent syllabus can be used in lieu of a syllabus from when you took the course. Where can you find your transfer credit evaluation letter? This information can be found in your hard copy letter or in the Communications tab in LionPath. The undergraduate admissions office evaluates your transfer courses, and faculty assign a Penn State equivalency. How will courses appear on your transfer credit report? Transfer courses will come in a variety of ways. You will see them come as direct equivalent courses, or they'll be assigned a more general course code, such as the Management XFR 200 course or the History XFR GH course mentioned earlier. What are the TRN XFR Penn courses? Courses that have been given TRN XFR Penn are courses that have never been previously reviewed by Penn State and require a syllabus to be sent to the undergraduate admissions office before they can be evaluated. Where should syllabi be sent for TRN XFR Penn courses? Courses assigned TRN XFR Penn require a syllabus to be emailed to crediteval at psu.edu, or you can mail them directly to the undergraduate admissions office. Please do not send a syllabus to your TCS unless he or she has requested it.
The next step is for your TCS to review your transfer courses to see which courses apply to your degree requirements. The TCS prepares your check sheet by completing an Excel spreadsheet with your degree requirements. check sheet should be considered a tool that can be used when you are working with your academic advisor on planning your course schedules. It is a working document that you will be able to download and update as you progress. It is important to note that your check sheet is not linked to LionPath. Changes made in LionPath are not reflected on the check sheet unless they are entered manually, and vice versa. The basic structure of the check sheet includes the following. Column A is a list of all of your degree requirements, both in the major and in the general education requirements. Column B shows how many credits are required in each course. Column C shows how many credits you have completed or in progress of completing for each of those requirements. Column D is where we enter the courses used to fulfill those requirements. Column E shows the semester that the courses were taken. Column F shows the grades for the courses that you take at Penn State, or in the case of transfer courses, the notation will be simply TR, as in transfer. Column G, that is where the transfer credit specialist will make notes for you about those transfer courses. For example, for pending transfer courses, the note may say something like, might be used for this requirement, or it might say, might be approved, like our example here says. We encourage you to read these notes carefully, because they will also indicate whether a syllabus will be required for certain courses.
You will notice your major requirements appear near the top of the check sheet, and your general education requirements are located below the major requirements. Supporting courses or option courses, if required by your major, will also be noted on the check sheet, either immediately following major requirements or following general education requirements. Electives will be included if your major requires them. Additional university requirements, including United States cultures and international cultures, writing intensive courses, and integrative studies requirements are also noted on the check sheet. The next part of the check sheet is the total number of credits required by your major, along with the number of earned credits. If you have pending transfer courses that the TCS has indicated might be used for a requirement, they will not be counted toward your total earned credits just yet. They will be reviewed and added during your first semester when the course is no longer in a pending status. A credit range will be written in the notes column to give you an idea of how many credits you might need to complete the degree. Decisions regarding how courses are applied to your academic program rest with the academic department, not the TCS. Your TCS will be able to answer most questions you have about your transfer credit review. If you have specific questions, you should always feel free to call, email, or set up an appointment with your TCS in Starfish.
Let's wrap up. Who will send you your check sheet? A link to your check sheet will be emailed to you by your TCS when the review is complete. When should you review your check sheet? You should review your check sheet carefully prior to your first meeting with your academic advisor or TCS. What should you do if you have questions about your check sheet? If you have any questions about how the courses apply to your program, please make an appointment with your TCS using Starfish. When should you submit syllabi for TRN XFR Penn courses? Syllabi for courses in TRN XFR Penn status should be submitted as soon as possible. If syllabi are not submitted, the courses cannot be reviewed until at least the middle of your first semester, which could delay or impact academic advising. At that time, the courses and their codes will often change to now have the designation of TRN XFR Gen. Where should you email TRN XFR Penn Syllabi. Syllabi for courses should be emailed to crediteval@psu.edu. Who else could request syllabi from you? Your TCS may also request syllabi for specific courses. Only send them to the TCS if he or she requests them specifically. Otherwise, send them to, you guessed it, crediteval@psu.edu. This concludes the presentation part of the video. We've also provided links that you may find useful in the chat and in the video description. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Please do not hesitate to reach out to your assigned TCS if you have any questions going forward regarding your transfer courses. We look forward to working with you. Enjoy your day.